Hi, I'm Kyle Asman, and I'm running for president.
Hi, I'm Nielson. I'll be running for president.
Hi, I'm Jaelynn Huber, and I'll be running for Theatre Society president.
The two really big contributions that I made this year, well, the biggest is probably the work that I did with Cabaret Night. I was stage manager for that and then helped Mikkel with a ton of blocking, as well as doing a lot of work setting up the stage and preparing for that. I also designed the poster for that, and I designed the poster for Banquet, which people haven't seen yet, but I think it's pretty cool.
So this year for Theatre Society, I've helped in various ways. I've assisted in shows, especially, well, most recently for Cabaret Night. I showed up to, well, watch the show because I wanted to support my friends, but I ended up serving everyone instead because they needed more servers and I was willing to do that. So I just generally tried to show up and help where I could, see what shows needed help, when things needed to be built, I guess. Although, to be honest, I'm not the best of builders, but I try. I don't know. I just support the society as much as I can, support my friends, see what I can do.
The contributions I've made to the society this year are, well, I've brought a lot of new people in personally and expanded the Theatre Society, and I've planned parties and hopefully created a nice social environment for the people that are members of Theatre Society and wanted to join Theatre Society. I've just tried to create a welcoming environment.
To work my butt off for this society, quite frankly.
I'm willing to work for as long as it takes. I mean, I want to just help the Theatre Society succeed, so I'll do whatever's necessary, whatever people need. I mean, I've been doing a lot recently, so I haven't been able to put as much effort into it as I would, but I can still do as much as I can, and so I want to be able to help as much as the Theatre Society needs, as much as people need. I just want people to be happy in theater and just see what I can do to make that happen.
I'm willing to work extremely hard for this society. I spend a lot of my time with these people and planning things for these people and with these people and just working with them. And I just want to create this place where everybody is welcome, and that's a hard job to do. And I just want to accomplish that. So I'm willing to work really hard.
Being an officer means not only being a role model for the younger people just coming into theater to look up to, but it also means, someone who can really help this society, someone who can really help change and make this better for everybody. And that's what I really want.
Being an officer means that I have a chance to support the theater, which has helped me so much, to show my friends what it means to be in Cottonwood Theatre, to show them how important these things are. It just means that I can finally show my appreciation for what Cottonwood Theatre has done for me.
Being an officer to me is just being a person that people can come to and being an example, and just not being a person that excludes people no matter who they are, and just being a happy individual who's willing to work hard and represent theater.
My favorite part of Cottonwood Theatre Society is hands down the people and the relationships that you build with those people over shows or just going to see a play or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, the friendships that I've built here, I'm hoping are going to last me a lifetime. I've met some of the best people of my life here, and I'm so thankful for that.
My favorite part about Cottonwood Theatre Society is probably the fact that the community just accepts me for who I am. I can be slightly different than I would normally be in school or whatever. I can tell puns with only mild repercussions. I mean, sometimes people don't like it when I tell puns, but sometimes I can get away with a few, which is nice. But generally it's just the accepting community and how everyone can just work together and be themselves.
My favorite part of Cottonwood Theatre Society would be the people. They're all so kind to each other, and we truly create this family-like atmosphere. And I just love being around these people. They're happy, they laugh, we just work together, and we're kind of like a family, and I really love that.
Well, my qualifications for being this office, as well as all of the prerequisites, with the 2 years theater and lettering and state championship and that kind of stuff. I've also done a lot of work recently at Spy Hop's 801 sessions, which is a system very similar to Cottonwood's Theatre Society. I've worked in groups very similar to this with the hierarchy and all that kind of stuff, so I know how this runs. I know how this works. I've worked in pretty much every section. I've worked tech, I've worked communications, I've worked social media. So I know how those are going to work, and I think that those would, that experience doing graphic design and audio technician work and light technician work would really help me understand what every other office needs.
I've been a part of Cottonwood Theatre since my freshman year, so that is a year more than most people have for Cottonwood. So, I've been with the theater for a while now. I've supported plays, seen a lot of shows. I'm directing a show currently. I've been a part of the big musical, melodrama, all these various shows, Shakespeare, normal plays, Few Good Men, melodramatic things, one acts. So I've been a part of most every aspect of Theatre Society. I've even participated in an improv show, but I've been as much of a part of that. But I feel that I am qualified in general.
Qualifies me to be an officer is that I'm willing to work hard, and I enjoy talking to other people and listening to their opinions and knowing what makes them feel like theater is a fun place and knowing what doesn't, so that I can work to fix it. And being an officer this year has really taught me that you can't not ask people, because a lot of people are shy about being open of their opinions of Theatre Society. And yeah, that's about it.
Because I want to be president because I want to give back to this community. This community has really given me so much, and I want to give back. And I think that being able to really help more people get into this and more people, really experience the life-changing stuff that is theater, that's what I really want to do. I want to make this the best that I can for people.
I want to be president so I can strengthen the relationships between Ames and Cottonwood, because there are a lot of Ames students, like me, for example, that have enjoyed Cottonwood Theatre and it's helped them thrive and do more. And I think that I want to promote more freshmen joining the theatre so we can have people that can stay for longer instead of just the rare cases. I want to build that community more so more people can be accepted, have more friends, more understanding of each other.
Yeah. I want to be president because I really just want to give everyone a voice and just create this atmosphere where people feel like they can communicate to each other and not hold back on their opinions and feelings, and just come to me and say, hey, I have this problem, can you help me? And I really just want to work hard to create just an atmosphere where people can feel open and accepted, and that's why I want to be president.
I really want to get as many people involved as possible, even if it's not necessarily in shows or, the big shows, the big musical. Well, I still want to get as many people involved in that. There are other little things that I think that we could do. We could do smaller shows similar to cabaret nights just to get people performing, to get people to share what they have and, share what they do and that kind of stuff. I also want to, just kind of, within the society itself, with the theaters, I would really want to abolish the hierarchy and make it more of a more of a committee, less of a president like hierarchy stature, because everyone's opinion is really, really important. If you have one section that isn't getting everything that it needs, and you're focusing too much on another section, then your show or whatever you're doing is going to suffer. And I think that that's one of the most important things that I would like to fix or, improve upon.
I plan to get more freshmen and more AIMS students in general to watch theater and join Cottonwood Theatre Society from AIMS. I also want to go to their freshman open house to get them to sign up for theater classes so that they can be a part of this community and just try to build the community, make it as large as possible, while still keeping that close relationship.
Plan to make the society better by bringing in more people, because having more people creates a more, happy atmosphere in a way. You have more people to socialize with, and I just want to help by not making it feel like you have to be a theater member or an arts person, because that's not what theater is. And the society should have sports members like we do now, but it's just a family environment and people should feel welcome. And
Making sure everyone's opinion is heard is difficult. But what I plan to do is, I'm always available to talk to. If you want my cell phone number or my email or my Facebook, you can come and you can talk to me and you can get that. And then whatever you need to talk about, I'm here. And then also I believe that the other officers will be very willing to also do the same. Also, I want to utilize that suggestion box in the theater room because I've never seen anyone use it, and that's such a great idea. If we could get some suggestions going, that would be wonderful.
In order to make everyone's opinion heard, I would think that we would need to have officer meetings for one, and each officer would have some connection, some people that they would talk to, and that way they can get their opinion, and then it leads to the officers having their own opinion, which then we all hear in a group discussion. Because we can't necessarily have every single person in the same room for a meeting, but we can have all of the officers together, which each have heard discussions and points from people they are supposed to represent in their area. So for instance, some officers might be in charge of a portion of a theater class that Adam has, or they might be in charge of the people who don't have theater classes, which there are people who don't. So each officer would be in charge of a certain section of kids, they'd get their input, and then all those ideas would come together at an officer meeting, and then we discuss from there.
Make sure everyone's opinion is heard by asking them what their opinion is and not just assuming. And just making sure that I talk to everyone in the society and people who aren't in the society, because when you exclude people, you don't get an overall opinion. You get certain individuals, and people should also feel like they can come to me and tell me their opinions and be open. And, we have social media that you can talk to anyone, really, any of the officers, and just direct message them. And we have a suggestion box for a reason. You put papers in there and we will read them. We check. And, we'll make sure that things happen after hearing your opinions.